Ask Audrey about painting. Okay, hold on, I was putting things in this lady's or statue's hand. Puts computer in hand, put remote in hand, puts toy in hand, berry in hand. Okay, I'm trying to think. Okay, so I have this weird toy. Oh, beans or rice are both food. Use remote. I need to like somehow like open the toy. Put berry in fire. Yeah, let's double check I can't go this way. Snowman. Oops. Look in chimney. Which I've already done. Yeah. Give berry to man. Very tough skin. So I feel like I either need to open the berry or in the bag. Look. Look tank. Put toy in tank. Berry in tank. Step on toy. Eat toy. White toy. Squeeze toy. Did I spell it right? Twist toy. Anyone has suggestions? Feel free to put them in chat. Oh wait. Give toy to cat. Really? Yeah, cat toy. Put toy on grout. Give berry to cat. I'm shocked that like I can't give this toy to the cat and have it play around with it. It's... Terror toy? Whip toy. What did this newspaper say? Cat. Felines don't seem too keen on you. It might be that pineapple scented shampoo of yours. Or perhaps the perpetual aroma of dishes surrounding you. Hmm. I hope it's not something weird like, wait, what? Yeah, I must have misspelled that. I hope it's not something weird like I have to, like, type out the whole thing, give Rolly. It does seem to, like, uh, oops. I was trying to type a dash. That was just making the sound level go down. Give. Okay. Hmm. Oh my gosh, I can't type. 1 second. Okay. Either need to soften the outside of this barrier or get to the beans or rice in the roly-poly toy. I feel like. I'm pretty sure I tried both of them in the fire. Can't tell if the tanks actually have water in them or not. Back to the station, maybe? Hmm. Let's make sure that there aren't any, like, other, like, rooms or something I can go in. Ask Audrey about future? Hmm. Trying to think if I, like, used the computer in all the places or not. I'm pretty sure I have. Oh, I had an idea. Use toy with fan. Really? Put toy in fan. Look fan. The blades are really sharp. Put berry in fan. Cut berry with fan. You hurl the berry at the sharp blades of the fan. Upon impact, they cut through the tough skin of the berry, flinging the chunky seed at you. You catch it and place it in your pocket. I cut toy with fan. I'm glad it gave me the hint to, like, be more specific. Because if it didn't, I would have figured that just wasn't right. Put toy in sink. Okay, let's a rock hard berry seed. Now what do I actually do with that? Oops. Oh my gosh, I can't type. Put seed and fire. Seed and snow. I should stop calling it berry just in case only seed works. Give seed to man. What on earth would I want to do with this seed? That also kind of what I was ultimately getting. Can I like plant a berry bush or something? Um, okay, I had an idea. This is not the idea, but use remote. Okay, that doesn't seem to work either. I had the idea of putting this seed in this pool over here. You submerge the berry in the water. A boring moment passes. You then watch it swell underwater, transforming into a fruit that's thrice the size of the berry you had picked. The fruit has the scent of honey and grapes. You reach into the water and take it. Eh. We are temporarily unstuck. Give fruit to man. I'll pass on the fruit, the man says. They tend to make me constipated. Wait, what? Really? The fruit looks deliciously juicy. The smell is heavenly too. Okay. One other idea then. Aha. I am so close enough. He placed the fragrant fruit in one of the statue's hands. Dang. Not close enough? Huh. Okay, great. Now I'm stuck again. Wait a minute. Use remote. I think I tried this, but cut toy with fan. Throw toy at fan. Toy in sink. I really don't have much left. Like many like items or things left. Uh, so I'm assuming that since like this works, that try making the carbuncle eat itself. What are you talking about? I think I just tried that. Get fan. Put toy in fan. I feel like I want to slice it open or something. I tried putting it in the pool, right? Wait a minute. Okay. was about to say, what if I had to get another berry and do it twice? That'd be really stupid, but puts toy in lake. Because this works, right? Yeah. Okay. It wasn't designed to open. However, maybe you could try something else. What's a good verb here? Open doesn't work. I'm pretty sure I tried rip, tear toy, smell toy. No, that was smelling the lake. Uh, I'm gonna have to like Google like synonyms for open. Hmm. Thinking. This really is kind of like the only item I have left. I'm shocked that it wasn't the solution, like, wasn't give it to the cat and let the cat bat it around and like tear it open or something. What about just like smash? Okay, there we go. Just needed the right verb. You smashed the roly-poly under your foot. I tried step on, come on. Picking up the pieces, you see the bottom is filled with rice, which was served to keep the center weighted. I'll get the rice. Okay, presumably I would either give that to the guy or put it in one of the hands here. Nope. Thank you, the man says after you give him both rice and fish. That's mighty kind of you. I have nothing to offer you but this winged idol. A little trinket of no great value, but it's all I have. Now, what exactly are you going to do with that, Dodger? And in the post-apocalypse, no less. This little statuette of a winged idol is absolutely beautiful. You wonder how much you can sell it for. Okay, I don't think it's going to do anything with the cat, but since I'm here... Give idol. Cat. Use remote. It's this. It gives you a different message. If it doesn't work, put idol in hand. Once you place both heavenly items in the statue's hands, you hear a sound of a rock grinding against rock. Then the statue begins to levitate. Its eyes flicker. Then darkness falls around you. A voice comes from the unmoving mouth of the statue. Dodger, thank you for releasing us. You've displayed impressive skills. We invite you to join us. Our timeline is in peril. Join you, you say? I just scrubbed dishes up there in the space station. How am I supposed to help you with your problem? There's no time for this. Our world is on the brink of unraveling, and yours could be next. You need to make a decision. Well, saying goodbye to my job would sting a bit, but hey, everyone deserves a break, right? Alright, count me in. Let's do this. 1 year later. Really? At the end of your last adventure, you were deposited into another world to stop a temporal disaster. Time was unraveling. You haven't heard from anyone since. As far as you know, this world is deserted. Why were you brought here? Is it all a big mistake? All you know is you're a dishwasher, and you haven't washed any dishes in a while. Anyway, you're famished. In the past, you'd snag a fish from a nearby stream, but lately, the fish seem to have ceased their activity here. You better get hunting, Dodger. But first, you need to fashion up a hunting tool. Okay, that was weird. This is called Tachyon Dreams Anthology, so maybe this was like done in parts or something. Your stomach's graveling, and here you are, smack in the middle of a jungle right outside a cave entrance. The place is dotted with bushes and massive mushrooms. Wait, what does that say? The jungle is rich with ample bushes, and among them, one stands out with a fallen branch sticking out. You snatch the stick protruding from the bush and pull it out. What's the next move? Sharpen stick on stone. Look, mushroom. The big mushrooms flaunt their plump caps like they're showing off in a parade. Let me see which directions I can go, if any. Huh? Look, cave. That's the cave where you sheltered for the night. It's vast, dark, and from the foul odor, there's likely something deceased lurking in its depths. Cave? Oh boy, you've always been afraid of the dark. Whipping up some courage, you dive into the cave. The stench is awful. Something met its end in here. Fingers crossed it stays dead. Clumsily searching around, you run your hands over the floor until you come across something long and pointy. Snatching it up, you carry it back to the cave entrance. In the light, you notice it's a sizable tooth, likely from a predator. Use tooth with stick? Good thinking. You hone the branch's tip, creating a makeshift spear. Now, go out there and bag yourself some dinner. The following day. Your roaming the jungle has brought you to an altar, its purpose unknown. As you're about to examine it, you think you see someone in the shadows. A narrow passage through the dense jungle leads to the east. Talk to Shadow. The pillars boast intricate workmanship. They ring an altar and cast long shadows that fill you with foreboding. Look, altar. I see blood, by the way. The altar is without chips or cracks, as though the elements and the passage of time have left it untouched. On top of it, you spot what seems to be like a small pool of blood. Gross, but how would you go about collecting that? Use altar. The small pool of blood is fresh. It may indicate the altar was recently used in a ritual. Definitely someone moving in the shadows. Uh-oh. Whoever she was, the moment she saw you, she ran straight back into the bushes and out of sight. Chase her. The jungle closes around you like a prowling predator. The bushes are big enough to conceal a bear. The river flows to the south. To the east, the foliage appears to grow less dense. The bushes are in many colors. They are massive, allowing an exit only to the east and the west. You see something shiny in the depths of the massive teal bush. Looks like a key. Get the key. On account of the thorns, you can't just reach inside the bush and grab it. No need to run, you say out of breath. You'll never get the key, the woman pants. I made sure that no one would. What key? Don't play coy with me. I know all your Tigorodian tricks. Tigor what? I don't know any Tigor whatchamacallem. You're the first person I've seen ever since I got stranded in this world. I guess you're not a Tigorodian agent. You don't look the part. The woman spends the next 20 minutes telling you her story. Apparently, a race of aliens called the Gorodians have devastated her homeworld in search of the last piece of the map to the legendary Garden World. The Garden World, a planet blessed by an ancient race of aliens and said to contain powerful relics. In their search, they have traveled through space and time to collect different pieces of the map that shows the way to the Garden World, devastating countless planets in their wake. They almost succeeded, but Tennis hid the final piece of the map. Her mission had landed her on this world. She's been stuck here ever since, like you. An interesting story, you say when she's done? Are you the only one around here? Or is this world deserted? There used to be intelligent life here at some point, judging by the structures in the east. I don't know what happened to the people here, but they disappeared before I arrived. I'm sure if we put our heads together, we could figure out how to leave this world. You say? Tennis stares at you unconvinced. Okay, let me go back here temporarily. The river is burbling softly. The water seems deep. Okay. Having made your way out of the jungle, you find yourself on a shore. Laved? Lapped? By steel blue waves. They buckle and crash against copper dunes. The shore continues eastwards. You see a bench. Tennis is here. Tennis seems preoccupied. The ragged state of her clothes suggests she's been here for a while, and yet the hardening effect of her resolve masks that. Big brown leather bag on the bench. You think we'll ever get back home? Yes, Tennis. She doesn't know. Leave her be for now. And bag. I'm gonna say I'm not close enough yet. Hold on. Look. Ocean. Pristine and deep blue. The sea looks nothing like the sludge on your homeworld. You ask Tennis about the contents of the pack. She informs you it doesn't hold much in terms of equipment, but perhaps you'll find something useful in it. Take it, bag and all. The jungle is a dangerous place. As you slip on the bag, she warns you to stay clear of the water. There's a sea monster prowling. She tells you how one time the tide was high and swept her tent into the sea. The monster swallowed it whole, along with most of her equipment. You think her, and make a big mental note to yourself. Avoid the water. Knowing you, you'll forget about it soon enough. Searching through the bag, you find a gauze bandage. This should come in handy. Get the key. Get key with gauze. Needs bandage on arm. Did I try this already? Get key with bag. Key with bandage. Thought maybe I could like wrap the gauze around my arm to protect it. Wait. Wrap. Bandage. Wrap. Bandage on arm. Wrap. Bandage on fingers. See a sea monster. Having made your way out of the jungle, you find yourself on a shore laved by steel blue waves. They buckle and crash against the copper dunes. There's a footprint in the sand that looks like it was made by a giant creature. Speaking of which, a shark is prowling the waters in the distance, and it's massive. Better watch out. Could be a temple sunken in the sea, but you can't be sure. Okay, hold on. See if this kills me. I haven't seemed to be able to die. Who knows? Look, shark. It's probably not amicable. The sheer dimensions of it remind you of the six-headed Zmegdulan from Symptoliad 15. Only this one smells better. You, however, smell like your old self. Talk to shark. Kick shark. Fine. Swim. Look, footprint. Looks like the footprint of a dinosaur, yet the only land animals you've seen here are small and akin to ermines. Don't know what that is. And such. Okay, this is bizarre. You follow the shore to the hills. To the north, you see the river that flows downhill to the sea. Before you is a structure whose purpose is unknown to you. The impressive-looking structure is made of wood and resembles a temple. You guess it was painted recently. Paint is scarcely faded or damaged, despite the close proximity to the sea. At the center is a massive door. Okay, so presumably I need to get the key. And there's nowhere to go. So how would I get the key? I wonder if this is another scenario where I'm like missing a verb or something. Look underwater. Perhaps if you had a shovel, otherwise it's pointless. Hmm. Okay, there wasn't really much around here. Does seem like I can sort of walk out here in the ocean. Jagged rock formations jet from the surf. You shut your eyes to absorb the moment and try and picture them, but their sheer size and broken features transcend your imagination. Hmm. Look around again. You see a key in the depth of the teal bush. You don't think you can get it on account of all the thorns. Use bandage on thorns. The thorns are sharp and long. The bandage has no protection against them. Use bag on thorns. Use bag on key. Get key with bag. Get. It did say the bandage was no protection against the thorn. Break thorns. For no apparent reason, you dip the bandage in the blood. You then retrieve the soiled material. Okay, that did feel like something to do, but very much like it said, I have no idea why I did it. Do I need to, like, lure the shark somewhere? Oh, it also seems like I can't even, like, go back west. Hmm. Use blood on pillar. Why do I have a bloody cloth? So I don't see. Okay, there we go. Put blood in water. Good idea, but perhaps not here. Okay. I don't really know where or why I'm luring the shark. Maybe it'll let me go further north. You must have gone completely mad. You remove the soiled bandage from the confines of the leather bag and allow the blood to seep into the water. Within seconds, the monster, up until now disinterested in you, whirls around and barrels straight at you. Now what are you going to do? You watch as its massive mouth opens, and before you know it, the world becomes pitch black. The stench of lard left rotting in the sun streams into your nose. Then a rumble moves through the body of the sea monster, and then another. Before you know it, you're spat out at the speed of a bullet. Apparently, you weren't to its taste. How lucky are you? You discover you're not the only thing disgorged. Besides you bobbing in the water, you find a leather glove, which you pocket. You also discover you're floating in a pool of monster bile. The stuff is burning your skin, so it must be acidic. Judiciously, you quickly scoop some with your bag. The leather stuffing will assure you it won't easily burn through the fabric, or so you hope. Huh. That was not what I was expecting to happen, but sure. Put on glove. Get key with glove. So this is something that annoys me. The bag was made of leather. I could just have easily have like put my hand in the bag and used that to get the key. Wearing the leather glove, you reach inside the bush and grab the iron key. How clever of you. The key fits in the keyhole. You open the door and step inside. You're inside the circular edifice. Before you is a fountain, of sorts made of marble. Perhaps the building is not quite as abandoned as you believed, for a flame burns in lamps on the ceiling. Or perhaps it's some sort of alien technology you don't understand. Either way, the place is very quiet. Hold on, say that again? Okay, lamps. That's the only thing it mentions, though. Look, fountain? A marble fountain occupies the center of the room. It must have seen better days, for no water is being discharged. Instead, the basin is filled to the brim with a hard gelatinous substance. You're able to make the contours of something absorbed well within the jello. Hold on, what do I actually have in here? He unzips the bag, and the stench of the 1,000 liquefied shrimps punches into your nose. Luckily, your experience as chief dishwasher has built up quite a resilience in you for ungodly odors. You gently pour the bile you kept in your bag, and watch the acid swiftly dissolve the gelatinous substance in the fountain. Miraculously, the object kept within has survived unscathed, a piece of paper with a few lines of text in a language unknown to you. Okay, just a second, I need some water. Okay. Check this page out. Single page of text in alien language. So I should probably go give that to Tennis. The decorative lamps provide faint luminescence. I mean, just make sure I can't go left or right here. Doesn't seem like it. Notice the shark was gone. Ask Tennis about page. You show Tennis the page. Her eyes widen as she starts reading the alien text. She informs you it's a Mardonian poem. The Mardonians, you remember it from earlier in your adventure. They were the fellows who left us scribbling on that rock in the jungle. Tennis tells you the poem reads, "Sing to me at my shrine's gates, and the path will be open." Sing? The pillars could be the gates mentioned in the poem. You clear your throat and start humming the first thing that comes to mind. Well, I used to wash dishes, and I made a living fine. But then disaster struck, and everyone got displaced in time. Oh, that's him singing. Then suddenly, a portal of sorts has appeared between the pillars. You feel pulled to it. You're unable to resist its lure. You're back in space, Dodger. That portal deposited you far away from the shore. You suppose you're not suffocating, so this place, wherever it is not deprived of oxygen. Now what? Good question. You're in space. You think. It's also confusing. You're standing on a platform that keeps you from falling, you think. And to the quote-unquote north, you see a couple of pillars, not dissimilar to the ones you saw at sea. Standing between the two pillars, a gaming board with small colored balls appears before you. You hear a deep voice in the distance saying, only the wise may pass through the gates. Prove your worth by clustering same with same. Well, Dodger, looks like you have to beat the game. Oh no, I hate mini games. Okay, I'm gonna have to get those red ones out of the top there at some point. I wonder if they have to be in squares or if they can just be in like lines. Oh, what the heck is that one? I didn't even notice that weird teal one. Uh-oh. Crap. Shit, I accidentally put the dark blue one over there. There we go. You've done it, clever clogs. Well done. The path lies open. You hear the voice say, you take a step forward and materialize in yet another place. Well, Dodger, where are you now? You find yourself in a room with tanks that contain boiling green slime, and the heady stench of machine oil swims in the air. That's right, Dodger. You're back in civilization. You turn back to the sound of thunder and find Tennis there. She says after not hearing back from you, she explored the shore, and when she saw the portal at sea, stepped in. Looking about the room, she looks as astonished as you are and advises you to explore the room and to find out where you are. Oops, wrong button. Okay, look. Sophisticated machinery occupies every corner of the room, and sounds of whirring and clinking come from every direction. Tanks filled to the brim with pools of bubbly green toxic slime dominate the center of the space. Just what is this place? In the northwest corner, you find the only sign of normalcy in the form of a drink machine. The room continues to the east. Get the small tank. Get slime. Do I have any items? Get slime with love. Talk to Tennis. Where do you think we are, you ask Tennis. I don't know. We'll have to explore to find out. What do you know? There's a drink machine in the northwestern corner of the room. You wonder if they have beer. One of the cans is moving, but the motion isn't enough to drop it. Trying the old but true method of shaking the machine, you quickly dislodge a can of what appears to be root beer. Way to go, Dodger. Watch out, though. Like an old can of expired tuna, it's bloated and emits a funny odor. Still, you shrug and pocket the dangerous-looking can. We have more than half the score. Wait, what is it called? Put can in slime. Tossing the bloated can of root beer into the waste may have interesting, indeed explosive results, but you're not sure now's the best time for that. Okay, maybe that comes in handy later. What's over here? Okay, this doesn't seem to have anything obvious. Got an ad coming up in about 4 minutes, by the way. Okay, what's here? Man, this place smells. Using your inductive reasoning, you conclude the pipe disgorging green gunk might be the culprit. The steam rising from below tells you it's boiling hot. There's a computer against the wall and an exit to the west. The machines around you are loud and produce a heap of waste, but other than that, you can't make sense of them. The computer. Maybe now you'll find all the answers you're looking for. You attempt reading the text on the screen. Reading is harder than you remember. Eventually, you realize why. It's an alien language. It's Murgdonian, Tennis says, looking in over your shoulder. This is crazy, Dodger. Murgdonian. Who the heck are these fellows, you ask? A race of time travelers who have long since disappeared. It is said they left behind them a number of garden worlds, planets where they built shrines to their gods, and in those shrines left advanced technology coveted by all the other races. So are you saying they created this dump we're in? I doubt it, Tennis says, but doesn't sound sure. I mean, it could be, but this place doesn't look like a Murgdonian shrine. They are supposed to be places of great beauty. If anything, I'd say we're in a Gorodian facility, one where they study Murgdonian tech. Tennis continues going through the files. Listen to this, she finally says. According to this, an emergency exit will open when the defilers become unstable. This could be our way out. Okay. I assume this is now... I put the can in here? You tell Tellus of your idea to create a volatile situation. She nods as you retrieve the bloated, critically unstable can of root beer. You hesitate for a second, then brace yourself as you toss the beer into the tank. For a moment, nothing happens. Then a low rumble reverberating within the tank is followed by a hissing sound. And then... kaboom! You and Tennis are violently thrown against the wall. A series of explosions from within the tank shake the entire foundations of this joint. Look, Dodger. Over there. Your eyes follow to the spot Tennis is pointing. At first, you don't see anything amid the thick smoke, but then you make out the shimmering light of what appears to be a new portal. Come on, Dodger. We have to go. Tennis grabs your hand and helps you to your feet. You dash after her, and without having a second thought to contemplate the judiciousness of your next move, you jump after her into the portal. Where will it lead you? Okay, this is a good time, since the ad's gonna start in just a minute. I'm gonna go ahead and start my break, and I will be back soon.